fucking muted this whole time? Man, I'm glad I double checked that. Okay, real quick, let me reiterate because I've been muted this whole time. Okay. So, I had too much. So basically, for lunch today. Hey, Siv, I was muted. I just explained everything that was going on, and then she went like, "Oh, hey, is the music playing?" And then I went to check and realized I was muted this whole fucking time. I'm doing a great job. I'm an excellent streamer. Anyway, long story short, I'll just reiterate what I said, and then I'll move on. I just ate I was already feeling pretty sick, and then I ate a bunch of tomato soup because I thought this would fix me. So it's like, oh, vegetable good for sick. And then I Googled it after when I wasn't feeling any better. And then it was like, oh, whoopsie. So I'll probably just take some time off streaming. Hey, Kitski! But I'm an idiot. So it's going to be a short stream today. It's okay. It's just going to be a short stream today. But, excuse me. So basically, after college, I went, hey, I don't know enough about game dev. I need to learn more about game dev. So I one of the things I did was I followed this tutorial series because it looked pretty cool. And basically, it's just a 2D curve thing. Basically, you just create a 2D Bezier curve, and then, Sif, I love you. But basically, you just create a 2D curve, and then the last one is generating a mesh based off of this curve. So I have done actually mesh procgen stuff before. The problem is that this tutorial right here is 2D. And I decided I was going to be cool. And I was going to learn how to do it in 3D. So this is just what it's supposed to look like, but if you rotate it, you can see that this is in fact a 3D object. Like it goes up and down like this. It's a little hard to tell, so let's rotate it down. It's not the best solution. This is basically what I did was I took this 2D mesh generation tutorial and I turned it into 3D against its will. And this tutorial was definitely not designed for this. Listen, we gotta make our anime games somehow. But, okay, so I'll show you what I did real quick. So you can see, like, when it's rotated properly, let's just rotate it. See how this lines up to this, like, part right here in the curve? I can do this to change the elevation of this part. And I actually did set it so that it would kind of hook at 0, which I was actually pretty proud of myself for doing because it's just a little convenience feature. And then I can make it wider or thinner like this. It goes off the curve because I was lazy. And then it just sets to naturally here. But yeah, you can just go like this. Yeah, it really did not want to be 3D. Now here's the problem. Let's whoops. Let's make this a little bigger. We can see. Let's see if we can find a good place. Here's a good place. Okay. Change this from ISO to perspective to make my life easier. Okay. You see here how the mesh kind of folds? So it kind of looks like... It's really hard to see, and it's really hard to zoom in. Yeah, you can kind of see here how the mesh almost like folds like it's a staircase. That's a problem. Because if I wanted to have a car like actually drive on this road right here, it would have to drive up this little staircase. This isn't smooth. And this was the problem I ran into when I was creating this mesh editor before. But I thought back then, hey, this is pretty good for what it is. I did learn a lot about 3D mesh generation and all that. I did a good job extended. Like, this was my first time trying to do anything mesh generation after, like, following through this tutorial. So I thought I did pretty decent. So then it turns out, I decided I probably wasn't going to do any more work on this. I just shelved this project. Because it was just, you know, it was mostly just a practice project, right? Turns out the guy who made this made a path creator asset tool that is 3D and not 2D. And unfortunately, there is no tutorial for the 3D version of this. So what we're just basically left with is his code for this. So what today's stream is basically going to be... Oh, here, I'll show you. I have it downloaded. Work creator. You can see how the mesh is kind of creating itself and warping around this curve by itself. And if you scroll in, you notice how it's kind of avoiding that issue where it turns into steps. My goal for today is to find out how it's doing that. Even if we might not get there today because, oh god, I don't feel good. But we're basically, what the plan is I'm going to look through my code for my old thing, figure out how that works. Basically, I'll just, because my code is based off of his code. Oh, this is, by the way, this is Sebastian Lake. This is the guy who I watch because he just gives me fucking imposter syndrome every single day of my life. It's crazy. All of its stuff is batshit and super cool. But, yeah, he put out this path creator tool. Now, one thing I wanted for this project, where the hell is it? One thing I wanted for this project is just to put up walls. So, save this, go into scenes. Yeah, one thing I wanted to put up in this project is walls. So say I wanted to put a wall like right here, right? The easiest way for me to do that would just be create a curve and then generate a wall vertically. And with the road creator, like all I would have to do is just swap the material out and that's fine. The walls are done. Like literally, I don't have to do anything for the walls. That's amazing. The issue is that, here it is. What is this? Oh, interesting. Oh, I see what that is. Okay, we're good. So with the road, okay, first of all, interesting. When I was playing with it before, I never got it to actually do that with the... So you still... Okay, first things first, we still have to be aware that it is not perfect. You can still see a little step here. But it is a lot better than my code. So we still got to figure out how it's being a lot better. Also, what happens if I do flatten surface? Okay, that's not good. Interesting. It still doesn't handle that well. Okay, that's fine. It's good to know, honestly. It makes me feel a little better. Alright, let me do it. And then, where are the control points? Oh, we have to pull this out anyway. Yeah, we're good. So, basically, this is really cool because it's flat, and I want it to be flat. And it's just like a flat thing. That's really good for walls, obviously. But I would just have to make it like vertical, and I could just make flip the normals up somehow. I wouldn't make it a closed path. And I'd probably only have like a couple of points and just make the normals go up, and then I just literally all I'd have to do is swap out the fucking material. Like nothing else would have to change. That's rad. The thing is, let's open up Blender real quick. See this little thing right here? Let's turn this on. I want to be able to generate ramps, which means that it can't be a flat surface. There needs to be a thing on each side right here. Which is scary. So, I don't really know how I'm going to do it just yet. What I'm probably going to wind up doing is doing it something similar to how Blender does it. So, if you look in, like, I wonder if Wireframe Mode will show it off. Yeah, there we go. Cool. You see how the piece here is just being pushed along this curve, where it's the same piece just alongside that all the time? I kind of want to try doing something like that eventually. My first goal is going to be, we're not going to get here today. And I know I said that last time with my 12-hour stream, where I said like, oh, we're definitely not going to get through this whole list. And then I did. But no, I'm too sick. I feel like throwing up. But it's fine. It's fine. My goal, let's just say my goal right now will be to take these like yellow parts right here and just have like a little wing. Like, have a little, like, guardrail on the side. You know what I mean? And that's already dramatically more complicated for mesh generation, but we'll figure it out. I think that's the goal for today. Am I going to actually figure it out today? Why not? I might figure it out today off stream. That's a possibility, but I just, oh boy, I'm already a little lighted. So that's the goal. I just spent 20 minutes lying at the goals. Wow. Okay. First things first. This was the code I wrote for the path editor. Right here, right away. I looked at the path node just a little. I just looked at this code like a little bit before stream just because I was like, oh, how bad is this going to be? And it wasn't that bad. It doesn't seem like that bad. So right away, you see on mine, you go like this. And you go like this. So mine uses a Unity's like UI thing for scene mode for these handles. And that's because that's what the tutorial was using. And because it's just 2D, then that's fine. You don't really need to. But for 3D, obviously, it's not a good idea. And whatever that solution is better. So we're going to find out what that solution is at some point. But for now, yeah. We're just using these handles like this. And you can see that these are the control points. So you can see when I move it like this, basically it's saying, if I pull this one out, right, I want it to go all the way out like that. And the path kind of... Here, let me rotate it just so that we can... First of all, will it let me... Yes, it will let me Control Z. Thank God. Okay, cool. So let's say I go like this. See that? And you see how, like, tight corners we're going to have to just avoid. I don't think there's any way to, like, do this in code except if we're, like, really, really, really hardcore. But... Just gonna have to avoid tight corners like that. That's probably fine. We might have to just avoid corners that are more than 90 degrees in general. But we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. Brain just emptied out. Okay. So first things first. Okay. Yes. So basically, each one of these handles is I called a node. In the original code in the tutorial, it was literally just vector 2, and the whole array was just an array of vector 2s. I made a class called path node right here, and that basically holds the positions of the anchors themselves, which is the red dots, which is if I move that around, that's what just moves this part of the path around. And then these two dots are the control points, which are controlled like basically the curve part of it. The curve, yeah. Thank you, Shu. But okay. Right here, so this is the anchor, this is control. Obviously, this is elevation, so this is the 3D element of this. Since that these are a UI thing, I was very limited in terms of how I was able to implement the 3D aspect, so I basically just made another slider down here, and then the default is 0, default width is 1, so basically this one over here, you can see this one's a lot fatter just because I wanted to test out the width part. This I don't think I'm gonna need this. This I'm not gonna need when I make the new script, because if I'm just making ramps and walls for the new script, I don't really need to worry about width, because they'll all be a standardized height and a standardized width. So that's fine. Excuse me. Rotation, right? And the rotation was for... What is rotation for? So this sets the control point, and then, yeah. Right, you can set the control point, and the control point is right here. That's correct. And this is just basically how it gets set. And then if you have it set so that... pair controls. So if you took that off, if you uncheck that, it would not auto set the other one. And when you look at this, so when you do like this, the Bezier curve actually creates an angle, like a sharp angle, instead of a smooth curve. So that's really good if you want to do it like that. But I don't want to do it like that. That's really, pairing it is really, really, really good in a lot of cases. And then that just means that basically if you zoomed all the way in and this red dot wasn't in the way, you would see like at the very exact point there would be just a straight line almost. And then that helps just create this like nice little curve because it's coming in one side and coming out the other side like exactly on that infinitesimally small point. Set opposite control point. So yes, this is just to set the control point. This is just to set the opposite one so that it's equal. It's just apart, the same distance from it and apart. Set opposite on construction. I don't remember. I don't remember what this is for. Is this just the same? Is this the same? Is this code exactly the same? Oh no. Right. Okay. No, this is the same. Why is this the same? Well, I guess it's the same. I feel like I have to do this. Oh well. This is what happens when you don't comment your code, but you do write it in such a way that you can follow it. And then move node. Okay, and yes. And then this is literally just when you move this node, the other two nodes move with it. Like the other two control nodes move with it. Yeah, you can see get the delta move. Delta is just change in the movement. Okay, cool. And then point info? What is this? Position. When does this get used? Huh. Control F? Curious. Because this is just elevation with rotation. Oh, this might be used for something else, I think. Let's see. Okay, this is the crazy part. This is the fun part. This is the path itself. So this path is going to be just the holding all the path nodes, I believe. So, and yeah, I'll list the path nodes. And then it creates a... Wait, what? Why 3? Oh, right. These are just the default path nodes. So this just creates a default path that you can extend on. That makes sense. Ooh, boy. Okay, we can make it. I will make it through all my old code at the very least. So this just gets the node at a very specific location. This gets the position of the node. Yeah, okay. This gets the number of the nodes in the thing. I didn't make it private. I have probably a good reason for it. Bounds. Yeah. Wait, what is bounds again? I know all of these needed to be serialized because if they were not if the serialization needed to be done so that you can move them around on these handles right here. What is the bounds? I believe the bounds is the first and last node in the sequence. Public pool is closed. Yeah, this makes sense. Auto set control points. Oh, so this is if... Okay, yeah. Basically, auto set control points is this. It just automatically sets the control points to a standardized value. And this is really good for if like you were doing certain types of mesh generation, but it's not what I want. It is really not what I want. This gives you a lot more control. But if this auto set, you can just do a lot of things a lot faster. I don't want that though. Pair controls. Right, this is just if whether or not they're paired. And then toggle closed. Excuse me. Drink of water. Yep. Adds a new node, of course. This isn't the fancy stuff. Insert node, delete node, move node. Yeah, that just calls all that stuff up before. Move control. Oh, this moves the control point, not the node itself. That makes sense. Update path size. Bounds equal new float. Oh, bounds is literally just the x and y bounds of the path itself. So how high? Yeah, okay. That is a very basic implementation version of what. Oh no, I didn't mean to close that. Oops. Let me Oh, hang on. There you go. Whoopsie. That is a very basic implementation version of... It's one of these images on here. This is just a fancier version of this. Or a basic version of this. This would just be a one big box around the entire path, basically. Let's get back to code. Okay. And then this just finds what the highest bounds are. Whatever you move it, I guess. Auto set the points. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here's the calculate evenly spaced points. We make a new list of... Oh, so the point info isn't the points themselves. It's literally just grabbing... It's just making a list of just things it needs. Oh, the points are not the nodes. Right. Right, I remember now. Okay, so it's harder to see on mine, so I'll just show it on the other one. See the normals on this one that are displayed? Basically, the way it works is that along the path there are points that get generated like automatically, and those points determine how far away the mesh gets generated. Basically, yeah. I'm remembering now. So for each segment, you get X amount of points. So if you have one segment that's way longer, this one seems to be working a little differently, but it's fine. Yeah, I see. Okay. Huh. You can see, like, on this side right here, when I do that, it just generates more normals, and it kind of appears like it's coming out of there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, cathode, current node, next node, just like that. Component distance. Ooh. So the evenly spaced points, yeah, you just basically just add a new point and start at 0. You start at 0, right, and then for each segment, so the segments, I don't know why the tutorial code just had it like this instead of just doing it kind of dynamically, because I think doing it dynamically is a lot more error proof, but that's up to me. That's a me thing, I guess. But whatever. So each segment is basically just each point in between this. And then current node equals this. Oh wait, it's done dynamically. Oh, I'm stupid. Never mind. So this is, yeah, okay. So this is literally just 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Right. And then the control net distance. So you would find the distance from... Wait, sorry. It's distance from the anchor position, the current node, to the... Right, this is the control node that's... If we were to make a... Yeah, right, it's like a little trapezoid. So, like, here to here, plus here to here, plus here to here. And then that's the net distance. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Excuse me. Jeez, I'm not feeling good. All right. Division's this. All this crap. And then, yeah, the way this is a while loop because it's just create more segments for the thing in between each thing. After X amount of distance, you just create a new point, and then that generates that. And then this creates a list of every point that you would create things on. Now, I think what I might have done, and I might have done this like wrong and weird or something, but I might have made it just so that it generates a vertice on every other point. I think the way it used to be is it used to be just boxes, and the path looked way worse when I tried to turn it into 3D. So I tried turning it into just triangles to see if that would fix it, and it made it a little better, but that didn't really work that much. I think the reason I tried doing it as a child, right? And I'll show you. Let me see if I remember where I put it. This is just the path create. Right, this is just the editor script. It's not the editor script. It's just the script I use in the editor. Path placer. Calculate. Point of inputs. For each point of OP inputs. Wait, why does this only get made on void start? Oh, right. Oh, I remember what this is now. Let's hit play. That should, oh geez. It should create a little shear on all of the, where every point would be. It creates a, oh yeah, it's rotated. Where every point on the curve should be, there will be a spear that gets drawn. Yep, exactly. Okay, that's exactly what I was talking about. Oh, hang on. While we're still in play mode, we can check this out. You can see all these little spheres here. Oh, there is a wireframe mode. Oh, that's actually really helpful. And yeah, you can see that I did just put points. I put vertices in between the points. How did I do this? Because you can totally see that there is like a vertice like at the point, and then there's a vertice halfway between. I wonder if that's the issue. Shit, did I just figure out my own problem? I'll have to look at the code. Also, shaded vertex wireframe. I forgot that was an option. We're going to turn that on right now. Oops. How did you make it? Oh, did you do the same thing I did? Am I a genius, actually? I think he did do the same thing I did with the... Oh, but he did it differently, because he did it differently spaced. You can see, like, hands here. Oh, and you could see, like, when you really zoom in, it is still kind of bumpy. Did I do it right? Did I do it right, actually? And it's just not noticeable? Shit. Hang on. Hold up. We're gonna play with this a bit. How do I delete you? There we go. Ah! No! No. I just wanted to delete a single point. How do you delete a single point? Ah! Ah! Adding, inserting, deleting points. Control click over an ancient point. Excuse me. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to... How can we change this so it's a little more of a 90-degree angle? I think we just do it like that. Wait. This, and we just move it on this. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Can I not hold it with this thing? There we go. What I want. Cool. Next thing's next. We take the scale and we're going to scale it up 5 times. Okay, it didn't matter at all. It only matters. Okay, fine. Whatever. That's a little weird. Shit, if I did it right and it's just that I should have put more points in there and made the resolution higher, then I'm a genius, actually, despite saying I'm not. Is there a way to test the bumpiness? That's what I'm doing right now. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I want to do. I want to make it so that it is a ramp. I don't know why it's rotated like this, but we will find out. Reset path? Not what I wanted to do. Control Z. Center transform. Now how do you unrotate it? Ah, okay, perfect. Oh, there's only 2 points? Oh no, there's a 3. It's just that my isometric view is making it weird and confusing. Okay. like this. And now we just pull, nope, not that one, just on here. There we go, perfect. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a sphere. Does this have a collider on it? Wait a second, does this not have, wait, how do I put a collider on this? Oh, I didn't think of this. If I hit play, what does this put in the mesh filter? Okay, first of all, we need a better camera angle. We're going to take the camera, we're just going to take it and put it right here. Component, tools, align with you. Cool. Second of all, we are going to put on the mesh holder. Hang on, let me just control F and see if he has instruction for collision. No, no instructions for collision. Incredible. That seems important. But it's fine. It should be fine, because I'm a genius. We're going to put a mesh collider on you. I think actually what he would probably tell you to do is use this to get a oh wait. He would probably tell you to, I was going to say, he would probably tell you to do is just make a curve and then figure out your collision later. But, hang on a minute. First of all, let me rotate it a little bit more. Global angle. There we go. Just trying to make it a little more smooth. How have I been streaming for 40 minutes? Dang. And then, what am I doing? I want this one, Road Mesh Creator, Mesh Filter. We're going to say box, Mesh Collider, and then in ooh, my head. Okay, no. We're gonna win. Where is it? Mesh filter. Mesh collider. Wait. Mesh collider dot shared mesh equals mesh. So what this should do is whenever the mesh filter gets updated, which is basically just the way it renders, the collider should also get updated. So there should be now a mesh collider on this. Is this computationally efficient? Fucking no. But should be fine. Right. So we're going to test a couple things now. Oops. First things first, we're going to push this down. Ah, fuck me. Okay, I know what the issue is, don't worry. We're going to go into, I believe it would be wherever, Control F, mesh filter. Mesh collider equals mesh holder dot get component mesh collider. There we go. Now that should fix this problem right here. Ouchie headache. Okay, this should fix it. Now we should be able to, yes. So we're going to create a new, not empty, why do I do that? We're going to create a new sphere. And we're going to put it up there. Sorry. Is this just hard to move shit in 3D? Especially when you're stupid. Me. We're just gonna make this sphere a little smaller. Perfect. Now we will add a rigid body to the sphere. All this crap seems fine. Just use continuous. And we'll test to see if this mesh generation works. Okay, I didn't see what happened there. Oh, did it? Is it starting inside? Oh, fuck. Is it starting in, starting inside the stupid thing? Hang on. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Why did it bounce off like that? Huh. I don't feel like... Is there just a way to look at, colliders? I feel like I should know this. I've worked in Unity for so long, but I barely ever use Unity's collision system because I hate it. Let's just turn off the renderer. Okay, this is what the... Okay, this is really inefficient as a renderer. So, but we're just testing it right now, so it's fine. And then for the sphere itself, yeah, you just have that. Wait, what? Why is this? There we go. Oh, I see why. It's because I can't see with my eyes. I see why it's doing that. It's not on the fucking path. It was on the side of the path, and that's why I was rolling off the side of the path. There we go. So now it should just roll down the middle. Move it. Hold up. Let's just push it out here. Fuck! I know I'm doing. I know I'm doing this. It's because in here I set the gravity to be angled. The gravity is angled. That's why. Because that's what I need it for my regular pinball stuff. I'll fix it in a second. So it just works. This works. This works. I just double clicked play. Oops. It looks funnier than it should. I guess the way it just kind of rolls off the side there. I see it. I feel ya. So, all right. Let's see. Let's go into the road creator options and control spacing. We will turn it a little bit down. So it was at 3.5 before. It went sideways. Okay, it went sideways at the end because this is not perfectly straight. That's why. See, it's like there's an angle here. Shoot, what you confused about? But here's something that's really interesting. You can see how, like, when the curve is tighter, there are more control points. Which, there are more, like, points here, mesh generation points. Which makes me think that Sebastian solved the bumpiness problem by not making them evenly spaced. Because that is actually something over here, is that they are all evenly spaced. So if they're not even, I think it makes a little bit more sense for why that they would be like on the thing. You can't see my mouse. Why can't you see my mouse? Have you had, oh my gosh. Oh, bro. That's so important. Why has it been off this whole last stream too? There we go. This is important. Why is this not here? I kept circling things with my mouse as I was talking. Oh my gosh, was that gone the last stream too? Probably. Whatever. But yeah, you can see here, like, all of the control points are evenly spaced. So that's a clue. This is a clue. This is why I look over shit on... This is definitely a clue. This is how I self-teach a lot of the time, by the way, is I just fuck with stuff, and then I'm like, what's different? And then I see, this is different. Okay, how to... So, control points not evenly spaced, very important thing to note. Ooh, jeez, okay. And then, when you turn it up, it just becomes a lot more. And yeah, if you turn it like the resolution like all the way down, like this becomes like a huge thing, but this becomes that little dip in there. And this is just how you smooth it out, I guess. So 0.35 was the default. I think we'll just leave it there. Close paths like this, of course. How about... And then global angle is just like that. Was that 46 before? Oh, display options! Holy shit! Okay, yeah, that's a bounding box from the other thing. So what would happen if I did this? Would it create 2 bounding boxes? No, it just has the one. Interesting. Oh, show segment bounds. Okay, yeah, okay, this makes more sense. This is what I was looking for before. Show the anchor points. Yeah, that's important. Show the constant. Handle scale. What is this? Oh, that just makes these bigger? Oh, cool. Now... Oh, that's why it's turning like that. It's because auto controls are on. Where do I fix that? Where do I... Control mode. Mirrored. There we go. Hell yeah. So I can do crazy stuff with this. So, alright, I'm really glad to know that turning it into triangles like this, instead of just having squares, because that's basically what it used to be, it just used to be squares. I'm really glad to know that this is the solution. I'm not wrong. Like, this was a really smart thing to do, and imposter syndrome has decreased just a little bit, knowing that this cool guy is doing the same solution. It is cool to note that this makes a lot of sense for fixing the issue with the bumpiness, just because obviously the more points, oof, sorry, it's hitting me. But where am I looking? Right here. So you can see, like, right here, there's like a strong bumpiness problem. But if you had a lot more points in between this curve right here, it would probably smooth it over a lot more. So that's good to know that that's kind of how he solved it, is just find out the sharp angles. So let's look at his code, which I believe is this one. Yes, it's this one. I want to hit an hour. And yeah. Let's see. So the verts, the UVs. If you don't know, the verts are the vertices. Anytime you see something in wireframe, it's just a bunch of vertices with lines in between the vertices. The UVs are the basically it's just how you are able to map the individual textures, map the individual like polys to a texture. And then normals are just, the normals are new. The normals are not in my code, but the normals are these lines right here, and these lines are what's telling it what direction to push it. That's cool. Oh gosh, my head. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. Int num tries times 2. 2 times the path number of points. Minus 1. Right, so this is the number of triangles. So it's 2 times the number of points on the path. Which that makes sense. You would want to make 2 triangles for each point. Plus, so minus 1. Because you want to have 1 triangle for the front and back here. Yeah. And 2 times this. Basically, each one of this would be a half. So 2 times this, 2 times the half is 1. So you're only doing minus 1. Yeah. Okay, this makes sense. And then plus, if the path is a closed loop, just add 2 more triangles because you wouldn't want to bother with that if it's a closed loop. Otherwise, just, yeah, don't bother. Row triangles. None tries times 3. Under row triangles, attention. This is the part right here that's really appealing to me for learning. This is like the extra stuff on the road. So basically with the 2D one, it was literally just a 2D path, so we only had to worry about the row tries. This is conjoining all of the triangles together into one 3D object. This is the part I'm going to need to study. Like, maybe if I don't figure it out today, this is the part I'm probably going to need to study off stream. But it's really cool. And then the triangle map is like this. Wow, what is... Alright, I know what a triangle map in theory is. It's basically you have the vertices. You had the vertices all in one long extended thing. In one long extended. Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? Okay, you have all the vertices in one array. And let's say you had... Here, I'll throw out paint. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's say you had a box like this, right? And the box had a triangle, 2 triangles. And this is 0, 0, this is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, right? So to draw these 2 triangles, you'd have to do... I don't remember the order. You have to draw them in a very specific order to make the normals work out. But you'd have to do, I don't know, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, right? Or something like that, right? What you would do then is you just write a little vertex buffer that says this one is 1, this one's 2, this one's 3. So then you do 1, I don't know, 2, 1, 3. Oh gosh. No. Instead of all these extra little floats, and that just saves a lot of memory in terms of how you're drawing triangles. So in theory, the triangle map should be this. I don't know why it's 1, 8, and 9 though. Because for the sides, yeah, I'm probably going to have to probably off stream. I'll do it off stream because I have a headache. But I'll probably have to wind up like drawing out where he has placed each one. So if we have a thing like this, I'll probably have to wind up just like kind of figuring out where each... You can see on the side here that there are 2 triangles here. And I'll have to figure out like, okay, for each one of these little squares that he has put here. Or this might... He might have actually been doing something different. But yeah, for each one of these squares that he's put here, where is the 1, where is the 2, where is the 3 through, I guess, 14? That's kind of wild that's 14 though. Ow. Or 15. So I guess that would be 16 total points. Does that make sense? First of all, does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is there 16 total points? Because there's only 4. Oops, hit the scroll. Path normals. So these are the okay, so the way we did it on the other path was we had made the points, we had done it kind of per segment to make them evenly spaced. Where is it? Yeah, points at length. What the heck was that while loop I was talking about before? Maybe that was in here. And path. Yeah, I was in here. So the evenly spaced points were for the per segment, where this is just using all of the points on the road at not this. This is just using all of the points on the road at once. It looks like, and they are not evenly spaced, which is probably a good thing. Well, is there an option for evenly spaced points? Probably not. I can change this back to automatic for now because it's just easier. Oh, you can even do 2D path. Neato. Flip normals. Yeah, and if you flip the normals, it just flips the whole thing upside down. That's cool. That was actually an issue I had when I was drawing out this one right here. Is that I was drawing a lot of these triangles upside down, and I didn't realize what was happening until I like physically looked under the map. Just because I was drawing the triangle in the wrong order. Also, it looks like I drew these as 2 triangles like this. So each point had different, and I did that to save a little bit of space, but it looks like he's not doing that. It looks like these are actually just boxes with 2 different triangles each per point. That's okay. Add top of the road vertices. That's 1 and 2. Add bottom of the road vertices. So yeah, these are 8. This makes sense. Duplicate vertices. Because these are going to be the ones next in the list. Set UV on y-axis to path time. Top of the road normals, bottom of the road normals. So I'm trying. Why is there 8 and 9? Vertices for the top of the road are laid out. Yeah, this makes sense. Like, okay, if you made this paint box or whatever, this was 0, 1, 8, 9. That makes sense. But why 8, 9? What is that? 8? Yeah, that makes sense because you need. Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Ooh, headache. Okay, I did stream an hour, but I'm gonna try and figure this out. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll try and figure this out and try to map this out. And then I'll stream because I hurt. Many things hurt, and it's okay. I will survive though. Oh shit, my I'm going over the top of my VT studio. Let's move that down. Okay, cool. God, this song is so good. By the way, tell me how the music is. If the music's louder than me, I'll turn it down. But if it's not loud enough, you want to listen to it, I'll turn it up. Fuck yeah. My music's good. Hot take. Top of the road normals, bottom road normals, sides of road normals. Yeah, this all makes sense. Because, like, okay, this makes sense for being 1 and 0, right? Because the top of the road normals are 1 and 0. Actually, if this is 1 and 0, like 1 and 0, no, sorry, 0 and 1 right here, right? Wouldn't the bottom ones just be 1 and 2? So why do you even need normals to the side? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Why do you need vertices? Oh, duplicate vertices to get flat shading. Okay. That's annoying and weird, but okay, I understand. Because these are literally just duplicates. Okay, that's fair. And then that way, okay, because if it wasn't like this, I think it would try and like curve the edges of the road. This makes it look a lot more of like a square. I think also the, let's just turn the road material off, right? Let's just turn the road underside. And let's just turn the shaded wireframe off. Yeah, you can still see it's flat shading. Okay. All right, Mr. Sebastian Lake, I see where you're coming from. I understand. Yeah, fair enough. Let's go back to the road material. Okay. Yeah, all right. That actually looks pretty good. I might change that for when I make my game, just because I might want to make it differently, but this is pretty good. Oof, my stomach. Ooh, my tummy. All right, this makes sense. What is local up? Where does that get defined? Use path normals. If you get path normals, then we do this. Get the tangent. Yeah, that just gets the thing. Get normal. Vector 3 cross product. Oh, the cross product. All right, let's say you have two vectors, like this, one like that, and one like that, right? The cross product will get the upward. So this is on a 2D plane. If you were to rotate it, the cross product will get the one that's just directly up from this 2D plane. So basically, the point of using the cross product is to find a 2D plane and go on that. So you do the cross product between the tangent of I and the normal. So the normal of the path. I'm not sure how you do that actually. We can pick definition. Vector 3 get normal math utility transform direction. Oh, this is literally just getting the direction. Okay. So how does this get the normal? So I guess it just... Oh, so it's the direction of this and then goes up from the path. Yeah, okay, I see. So if we turn... is there a way to turn the normals off? The global angle is to see what the up direction of the path is. So you get the tangent of going forward. You get the direction of going forward, and then you get the cross product of going up, and then that brings you to the side. Genius. All right, I understand this much. That's pretty cool. That's pretty smart, and I like it. And then yes, and then verticide A, verticide B is literally just get the point on the path, and then just take the width. This is a static width the whole time. This does not allow for the thing that my code does, where I just go like, where I do stupid shit, and then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I go like that, and then I can make it wider. But I mean, it looks nicer, so what am I to say? Then add to top of the road vertices. So this just gets the vector 3. Oh, so this gets the location of the point, and then just that. And then this just gets the vertice that is pointed upwards, and then so yeah, okay. So the bottom of the path is just pushed down from from the thing that points upwards. Okay, makes sense. Times thickness. Yep. So local up, I guess, is 1, and then times thickness. That makes sense. So actually, is thickness a variable we can control? I didn't see that option, but yeah, okay, it is actually. Look at that. So we can make it thicker if we wanted, or we can make it completely thin. Cool. I wonder how this works. I'm a little confused as to how flattened surface works. But we'll probably get there. And then this is just the normal. So this is basically Excuse me. Wait, what? Oh, local up. Yeah, sorry. So local up just points up, and then local right points. Local right is this one that shows up right here. I see it. I see it. Okay, I see it. I see it. So the crush product would be the one going forward. And then just the upper. Yeah, okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. Smart. And set the triangle indices. This part is weirder than. So okay, yeah, if we're not a closed loop, and if we are, we're not at the end of the path, or if we're not or if we're a closed loop. Wait, what? Why is it? Or if it's a closed loop? Oh yeah, if it's a closed loop, then it should just go around the circle. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but if it's not a closed loop, then we should just check this. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, for int j equals 0, triangle map length j plus plus, or triangle is tri-index plus j, bird index triangle map j. Oh, triangle map right here. Yeah, triangle map that length, so it's 8. Vert index plus this. Yeah, this makes sense to reverse it. Oh, percent versus. Wait, what? Wait. What is the percent versus that length do? Because this versa length should be way longer than what this is. Oh, this just makes it so it loops around. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So why are we doing it by 8? So let's. Use path normals and flatten surface. Oh, flattened surface just doesn't use normals. Oh, I see. I see. That makes a lot more sense. Because then it would just use path.up for everything if you use. So you do flattened surface, and then it doesn't matter what this is. It just uses path.up for everything. Okay, makes sense. Cool. And then, yeah, we can go back to rotating like this. Okay. Cool. This is the only thing I'm, like, stuck on. Because 0, 8, 1. Why is it... Because tri-index plus j. Because tri-index, yeah, that makes sense because this is just keeping track of the triangles for each. Wait, what? Triangle length. Road triangles, tri-index on j. Excuse me. Oh, this is literally just getting... Oh, this is literally just getting the vertice that we want to make a triangle with. So it would be vert index. So 0... Okay, so let's say we're at the first one. We're at the first loop. Let's just say we're at the first one. So this would be 0 plus 0 divided by vertical length. That's fine. We don't want it to loop. This triangle map. No, that's plus 1? Yeah, 0 plus 0. It would be 0 plus 8. And then... So we make 2 triangles. No, I don't get it. Oh wait, no, I do get it. Okay, so let's turn the shaded wireframe back on. Okay, I get it. So right here, right? We have the duplicate. I completely forgot a very important part. Is that we have the duplicate vertices right here on these edges. So that means this has 8. So we're making a triangle from 0 to 1 to 8. And then from 1 to 8. Sorry, 1 to 8 to 9. And then I'll make another triangle. Got it. Makes sense. Okay. Because from here, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I don't know exactly, but 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9. Yeah, okay. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. So if I wanted to add to this, I would have to mess with how many. So let's say I wanted to make like a little thing that goes off the side here, where I just go like boom, boom, boing, boing, like that. I would probably have to make, let's write this down, right around, let's just put a to do and create row mesh. So to do, or to do, first things first, we want to add extra triangles. This is for wings off side. I'm calling them wings for now just because I can't think of anything better. So we want to add extra triangles to create remove triangles from sides. So this way we're not just making extra geometry, we don't need to worry about on the sides there. Although we might do the duplicate geometry trick just to make the flat shape, because I kind of like that, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Remove triangles from sides, and then we need to add new triangles for underside of wings and sides. So basically we'll just be extending this. The thing is that this, extending it like this, I kind of want to do it. My long-term goal is to be able to just pass in a mesh and then have this code just automatically just extend the mesh with, such as like with the way that Blender does it, like right here. I don't know why it's in Wireframe Mode. Why is it in Wireframe Mode? Why did I do this? It's my fault. No, but yeah, long-term goal, I would like to just pass in like this, and have it kind of auto-generate the triangles. Which seems doable. Honestly, if I were in like really good shape and I figured all this out off stream because I wasn't sick or whatever, and then I was like, my end goal for today's stream would have been doing that, but my head hurts so bad. I didn't want to let it win. I wanted to stream today because I love you guys and I wanted to hang out. But also, I need to probably call it soon. But yeah, I think we do. I think our goal to kind of understand how this works totally makes a lot more sense. It's making boxes. It's just the only thing that I need to double check now is just kind of No, I don't even need to check it, I guess. I was gonna say the only thing I really needed to check was the making it so that the understanding how this works, this spacing works. But I mean, I don't actually need to understand that. It would be nice to broaden my understanding, but I don't really need to. But yeah, if I can make it so that it does, if I can make it so I can just pass in a mesh and then it automatically just like extends it, then my job here is done. Should be rad. And then I can sleep. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm calling stream for today. I made more progress than I thought I was going to. My head hurts a lot considering for how much progress I made. Hang on. I'll try that again. I made a lot of progress and my head hurts, and I did good. I did a good job today. Everyone say I did a good job today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna see if the person who I was thinking about rating is still streaming, because she probably is. She is. Oh fuck me, I just put in someone else's channel. She is still streaming. How's she doing? Oh, she's almost done. Or not, she's almost done, but she's getting there. Alright, I'm gonna raid Cass, because Cass is doing a Dragon Guard speedrun race thing. And she's cool. I don't want to raid her. I haven't hung out with her in a while. I haven't hung out in her chat in a while. I just removed her, so let me raid her real quick. Don't call me that. Don't call me that, Sim. I love you, but don't call me that. But love having you guys here. Thank you so much for showing up. It means a lot to me. Doing the raid thing for Cass. You're good. You're good. Just don't call me that. Makes me uncomfy. We'll talk about it. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. I did a lot of learning for how much my head hurts. I think I did pretty good, and I will get some rest. And after stream today, I'm just literally gonna Google some rotisserie chicken, fucking chicken noodle soup recipes, and just make chicken noodle soup. Just go to the grocery store and buy shit for it, and make soup. And I'll have good soup that is not going to hurt me like the tomato soup. Like whoops, whoopsie. I made a whoopsie. Oh well. I'm gonna hit the rainbow button. Thank you so much for showing up. You guys have a great rest of your day.